All right, guys, Flint Truth Channel back with another expose. For now, guys, this is probably going to be my final part on the Pat Troothner exposed. I did download the two of his live streams that he thinks he made private, but I downloaded them right when he streamed them, so I have them. So making them private doesn't do anything. I just want to say that be yourself, Pat. Be real. Be genuine. He just put a text out last night saying he's no longer going to do live streams because basically he don't want to be exposed. So if you were true and you were a real person and you really were a Christian of a God and of Jesus Christ and you read the Bible and you were saved, you would not be worried 1 ounce of what I had to say or my opinion. But the fact that you are knows that you're fake and a fraud, because you should keep running your live streams like you do. If you're just gonna, if you're just being your normal, natural self and you're not being fake when you make a video, then you should have no problem uh, doing live streams where everybody can see them. What are you trying to hide? I think that's kind of funny, where it's clear you've tried to hide now. You've deleted your videos, you've hid them, you made a private after I exposed you. Like I said, I have them, so you're not hiding anything. I can upload them on my channel or on any channel if I want to, and show everybody what you said and how you talk. And I've already done that. I think you've done a good job of exposing yourself as a false Christian. Now, if they want to go to your channel because they think you're funny and they think you're a comedian, that's fine. They can do that. If they're a baby truther and they don't know Jesus, that's fine. But you need to stop saying that you're saved. You need to stop saying that you're preaching for Jesus and that you're trying to save lives and bring people to Christ, because that's not true. If that was true, you would be very open and be yourself, and you wouldn't try to hide your videos and hide your live streams. You'd say, I am what I am. Um, and you guys judge it for what it is. But you know that your cussing is wrong. You know that you're swearing and the way you talk is nasty and disgusting. Is not something how a saved person would say. He posted this last night. He said, "What's up, everybody? Hope your day was just fantastic. I want to go live with you guys again. That was really fun, but due to recent circumstances, we got to go exclusive on that. Didn't really want to do it in this way, but if you like those chats and want to be a part of all the swearing and whatnot, email me at such and such, and you will be put on the list for a link for the private stream, and you'll get an email, and when it goes down, blah blah blah. It's stupid, I know. Let me know your channel name when you email so I know who you are." You're dumb, dude, because anybody could get in if they wanted to watch your stream, dude, and just send you email and say, "Hey, I'm so and so," or make up a channel. You're not gonna uh, accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. What you're trying to accomplish is you're trying to hide, you're trying to squirm, you're trying to squeamish. And I got the screenshot of what he posted, and I'm gonna put this in the text, where he said that he basically is running and hiding because he don't want to um, face the truth. He don't want to be exposed. So if he was a real Christian and real God and he had real fruit of the Spirit, you guys would know. So I'm gonna play this video right here. Of him. We're going to start off at 3:08, where he calls his wife a very nasty name. Sorry. Supposed to start off at 3:08.
And then the chair monster and I were talking, and she's, my son's got some neurological stuff, speech
Calling your wife
whatever.
chair monster.
But he don't sleep very well.
Couch
I mean, he's 3 years old. What the fuck? But so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a pediatrician appointment to see if we can get some iron, because that might help him." I'm like, "All right." And then she's like, "Let's talk about the getting him his
wow, burping.
delayed VAXX."
Wow, no couth.
Because right now he hasn't had
burping,
anything.
Farting,
he's
nasty.
3 years old, and I would rather not have him get anything. It's not worth the risk to me.
But you're not a man of God, and you don't run your household. Your wife does. You guys are not equally yoked. That's one of the main things. That's one of the top things. If you're married as a Christian, you have to be equally yoked. You have to be of the same faith. Your wife has to read the Bible with you, understand it, understand her role, because this is nature and we all have roles. So yeah, guys, he's just totally not a Christian. He's a comedian. He's a comedy guy.
It's the 1 in a million chance. something could fuck them up. 1 in a 10 million.
That's
chance
the one
something
thing
could
you
fuck 'em
got
up.
right,
Like,
Pat.
I'm not even gonna play. And we were
Should've done
younger
it to your
and
daughter.
more naive, I guess. So we went ahead and got my daughter the whole MMR shit and stuff like that. So I'm not a doctor, so this isn't advice, but I really don't want to do it. You know, I know too many people who have sons that changed after they got that shit. So she wanted to start fucking talking about that.
Cussing
nonstop. So I was
nonstop.
like, what the fuck?
Wow.
And as far as that other one goes, the big one, ain't no fucking way I'm getting that. Hopefully the chair monster ain't either.
Wow, that's your
even though
lovely,
sometimes she
beautiful
gets
wife
a
that
little
you call a cheer
flip-floppy
monster.
with the shit she likes to tell me that she stands for, and then come to find out, maybe she's just telling me stuff. So whatever, you know. But
Well, that's kind of, it's not whatever. You chose this woman. Part of being a Christian and having good discernment is before you get married, you make sure you choose the right wife. You make sure that you guys are equally yoked, of the same faith, believe the same things. Um, so that's really disgusting to hear you talk to your wife like that. You guys are unequally yoked. She doesn't sound saved. She's obviously a therapist, so she's of this world. She believes in the therapy and the brainwashing that they do with that type of stuff. So she's obviously part of the devil's system, and that's what part Pat don't understand is when you join the army, you join the military, you're doing the devil's bidding. You're part of the devil's system. You're of this world. You are not of God, and the fruit is not in you. And it'd be one thing if he said, "Oh, that was when I was younger. I'm not like that no more." But listen to how he talks, guys. He keeps saying he's for military. He thinks it's great. He's for all this stuff, right? He wants to be a comedian. He wants to be paid. He wants to be an actor. And you guys stop sending this guy money. Don't be a Patreon of this guy. That's not smart. You're wasting your money. This guy is not a Christian. He's not of God. If you're sending him money because you think he's a comedian and you want to see him on a Dave Chappelle show, well then it's your money, do what you want. But if you're sending him money because you think he's an actual Christian and of God and he's going to give you fruit of the Spirit and he's actually going to get you somewhere, you're throwing your money away and he's totally misleading you and he's feeding you rat poison. And he doesn't even know the Bible himself. He's already said it out of his own mouth. He doesn't read it. He don't know it. So, it's just sad, man. I really pray for him. And I don't know. I just my heart goes out to him because he's lost, and my heart goes out to anybody that would actually send him money trying to help his goal. Because you guys, if you're a Christian and you're saved, you should know that there's no way a comedian, someone that's of this world that makes jokes that they got to make and talk the way they got to talk. There's no way that you can be a Christian and be that way. It's like the fake Christian rap or the fake Christian rock and the fake Christian music. It's not real. It's just like when you go to church and you talk to the pastor and he tells you all this stuff and he acts like he's this holy guy when really he's a Freemason and his allegiance is to the devil and his church is run by the government. So those are all things that people need to understand and consider that most people that go to church, not all people, but most people are lost people, lost people, and that's strictly forbidden in the Bible. We are not supposed to mix with the lost world, okay? And you guys got to remember that God isn't this God that's just all forgiving, all accepting. God is a very jealous, demanding, righteous God, and He has killed a lot of people, and sent them to hell and rained fire and brimstone. And He said that that was righteous judgment. So you guys got to understand when we're living in sin and we're living wrong, God says it's right for us, righteous for us, for Him to judge us and cast us to hell for eternity. But thankfully, Jesus came to save our souls. A lot of people think you can just believe a Bible verse and you're saved, or you can just go get dunked in some water and you're saved. And Pat's going to tell you that here in a minute when he tells you his salvation story when I get to it, and it's absolutely somebody that's not saved. So um, I'll leave it there, guys. We'll on to the next thing.
guys, I've been a working man in my life. So now I'm trying to do shit differently, you know, and thank God I
Do it differently. You're not working?
got a good old lady who supports me and all y'all.
So tell me, guys, if you're a Christian, I understand this is a pandemic and people get laid off and it's hard to find a job right now and that's going on. But if you're a Christian and you're a man, are you gonna let your wife support you and you're gonna sit on your butt? Absolutely not.
That support me too. I got the Patreon up and running last night.
Why?
I didn't really want to do it.
What content could you put
just
out
because I
besides
think it
comedy
looks,
stuff?
you know, try hard, or like I'm really just doing this shit for money.
That is exactly what you're doing. You already said you want to be paid for it. You want to be a celebrity. You want to be an actor. You want to be a personality. Those were your words, bro. They're not our words. It's not somebody else's words. Those are from your mouth. That's the horse's mouth, guys. So just I'm really disgusted, and my soul is vexed listening to him and his false testimony, his false conversion, and I really can't believe that anybody would fall for this.
There was a book on a washing
This
machine.
right here is where he talks about how he was praying to his demons, he was praying to spirit guides, he was meditating, was into Buddha, was into Hinduism, and was looking all that stuff up, praying to his spirit guides, come across the book, and this, that, and the other. And he, instead of saying, "Oh my gosh, I was so evil, I mean, so wrong, I was so lost," he ends it by saying, "Oh, I certainly believe it has its place."
Downstairs. It was
That's
like
not a
transcendental
Christian,
meditation.
not even close.
So I definitely think meditation has its purpose.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, for sinners,
but
for
you
the lost world.
Keep Christ centered, you know.
New age philosophy crap.
But, so I'm meditating. I'm trying
Where's
to
that at in the
increase
Bible?
my psychic ability and whatnot.
Abilities.
You know, and
evil guys.
So that was like the 2011.
So you guys heard him. Just say all that crap, man. That just absolutely disgusted me and vexes my soul, and it should you guys too.
Down in Detroit. So, you know, I'm praying to these spirit guides or whatever, and then I
praying to the spirit guides or whatever. No, it's not whatever. That's satanic evil, and you just said you believe it has its place. You just said it. So there's no way you can be saved, Pat. We already know that by the way you talk, by the way you present yourself, by the way you act, the subjects that you speak about. And then when you talk about truth, we know you're a baby truther because you don't know anything. You don't read the Bible. So all you can be is deceived, and all you can come across is other information that people put out on the internet and YouTube, and you run with it instead of doing your own research, because you don't know how to open a book.
You know, the Illuminati and Satanism and all that
Who's
shit.
the Illuminati, Pat? Who's the Illuminati? Who do you think that is? Do you know where they're from? Do you know what they are? Do you know what that word means? That it means the enlightened ones? That they're free? That it's the Freemasons? It's people at the top? It's the enlightened ones from the light bearer that have the knowledge from the light bearer? Do you know that, Pat?
Oh. So, man, once I realized that those people really believed in Satan, I was like,
see what I'm saying? This is evil, guys.
Man, if they really believe in him, then it's got to be something else.
And that's what he believes in, and that's what he's for. So you guys use discernment when you watch people like this. I mean, he puts himself out there, and you can tell. It's real easy to just use discernment with this guy. Real easy, okay? So we're gonna jump to 8:19 right here, where he's talking about his good friend Buddha.
I'm gonna find me a Mercury, cruise it up and down the road, quit pulling, bro. Fuck. Sweet. Gotta get them. They're real crazy about a Mercury.
I clicked the wrong video, guys. I'm sorry. Well, at least you guys got to hear not some cussing for a second, right? We know that vexes our soul as the saved body of Christ, but to him it's nothing. Like he said, if you want to come into his live stream and hear him swear and cuss and talk nasty, he'll send you the email and you can go to his godless chat.
Buddha, Hindu, and all that stuff. And
Buddha and Hindu. He was praying, looking up Buddha and Hindus and all this stuff, guys. This is Mr. Christian, Mr. Pat.
You know, and doing research on like Buddha and Hindu and all that stuff.
You're not gonna find God there, buddy. Sorry. Unfortunately, you're only gonna find Satan. All right, so let's hear about his false baptism. First of all, baptisms is not even a qualification for being saved biblically. It's totally. Well, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go to the Catholic thing.
Graham and Tisdale gloves.
And even if you believe in baptism or whatever, when you get baptized, it's supposed to come to the Lord as a lost, broken person, and you you know, you're broken and the Lord saves you and makes you whole, and you have to come to him whole, and you have to come to him on your own terms. You can't just go to church, hear a survey and a sermon and be like, "Oh, I want to get dunked today. I'm going to be saved." Because it doesn't work like that. There has to be a change of life with it, and you have to be at a certain point in your life to be saved. You can't just, "Oh, I think I'll be saved today."
You know, who knows? But yeah, I like road marching. It's kind of fun to do. I don't do it at all in the summertime because I'm usually balling. I like to play basketball to get.
Did I leave the wrong video again? I'm sorry, guys. I did it again. Oh, shoot. This is his false testimony right here, guys.
I didn't really get too much into Christ, but
Of course you didn't.
and doing research on like Buddha and Hindu and all that stuff, and I didn't really get too much into Christ, but
Of course you did.
once I realized that Satanism was real, it was a slam dunk that Jesus was real.
Yeah, too bad you don't know him. Of course Jesus is real, but Satan is the god of this world, and fortunately you've been blinded by
So
him.
I called up my homie that I was
Your
working
homie,
with
real Christian.
at Trader Joe's, and he
Not a
kept
brother
pushing
in
me, and
Christ.
he'd always be saying, "Let me know when you're ready.
Everything's a joke with him. My homie, my homie, my home dog.
Go get baptized." And I was like, "Bro, leave me alone," you know.
Yeah, because you don't want to learn.
He kept pushing me.
And
kept
besides, that's
pushing
a
me.
false conversion. Somebody can't push it on you.
So he was the only one that I really knew to call. So I called him, and I thought I was gonna have to take a test or some shit, you know, or whatever. But
You thought you had
he
to take
took
a
me
test.
right to his church down in Detroit, and I got dunked like that day.
I'm sure you did.
know, I
Fake
thought
church.
I didn't think it was gonna
Fake
be that
conversion.
fast, you know, and I thought once you got baptized, everything was good, but that ain't the case, you know. It's like
He thought once he got baptized, everything was good. That's because you didn't come to the Lord broken. You didn't come to the Lord as a lost person looking to be saved, and the Lord didn't touch your heart, and he's not working through you. That's the whole reason why. You don't know it. So, and then he goes on to talk about how he went to church to meet women, not to find God or to get fruit.
Sunday when I was at Trader Joe's, and I was like, "Yo, where are y'all coming from?" And they were like, "Oh, blah 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 church." So I started going there, but you know, I was just that single dude who was like rubbernecking.
Yeah, going to church to rubberneck and meet women. That's just terrible, guys. It vexes my soul.
Looking around trying to find some woman, you know, and I always wanted a good woman.
Of course you
but
did. Because God has special women for the saved body of Christ. He's not going to give them to lost demon worshipers who's praying to their spirit guides and who are just going to church to meet women.
Can't go to church and expect to meet them.
He wanted to go to church and expect to meet them. That absolutely makes me mad. That people like that think that they can just, you know, and that's exactly why I have problems with the church buildings and pastors that most of them are Freemasons, and I have a huge problem with that, but that's for another story.
These Jesus people are really coming at me, you know.
These Jesus people. Does this guy sound saved to you?
No,
Now,
like
this is not how somebody, if you're telling your story to the world when you were lost, that's not how you would tell it. You would tell it like with humility and shame. Say everything's a joke and a smile. Look at his little dupe and delight right there.
I was still kind of put off by it just
Of
from my
course you were, because you
childhood.
don't know Jesus.
So then
You're of the Christ, the Antichrist.
another family came through, and
That's the Christ that they speak about.
you know, the mom was real cool.
That's
And
who the
a lot of the
meditating
moms
Christ
would
is.
shop or whatever, you know. So she was real cool, and we would chat and talk. And
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. So you don't like the Jesus people. Wow. Sad, man. They're trying, they're trying to get you to know Jesus. You know, you're lost, bro. Really lost. And I'm praying for you. Like I said, I could go through so much of this and just expose this guy.
don't say it. If you don't mean it, don't
This is where he's talking about how he didn't want to pray.
say it. So in the beginning, I didn't even say the Lord's Prayer. You know, this was like June or whatever. I didn't say it, you know, when they prayed. I was like, this is stupid. This is so hacky, you know. And then
And you can tell by the way he talks that he's not a saved person with humility that loves Jesus. He does think it's hacky. That's exactly what he thinks. He thinks it's hacky, but hey, if he can get some clicks off of it, that's all he needs. So
Just amazing, dude. And I didn't. It's not like I was a totally different person. I was still like a baby Christian then, and I thought.
he wasn't a baby, or he wasn't a different person. Then God's not in your heart. For you to be saved and of the saved body of Christ, God has to be in your heart, bro. So wow. And then you hear him talking to his wife, calling his wife the couch monster, couch potato. Says he doesn't work. Um, that's just everything that's not a man, not a Christian. Even in hard times, a man takes care of his family. And we are equally yoked. We're of the same faith. We have the same beliefs. My wife respects me. His wife should respect him. And I'm just going to end it here, guys. I don't know if I'm going to do any more parts or not. Like I said, I had 6 pages the other day. I have like 8 or 9 pages because I went back and watched a little bit more of the live stream that he took down. And I'm telling you, I could make 6 parts just on one live stream, and I got 2 of them. So I could make a lot exposing this guy. I'm just not going to because it's not worth my time and effort. I'm going to put it into exposing other things in the world. I just want to show you guys that this guy is a comedian. He's trying to bring mockery to the truth. He's trying to bring mockery to the Bible. He's trying to bring mockery to the saved body of Christ, and he thinks that he can just go to church and show up and that he's saved, and it doesn't work like that. And we need to pray for him, guys. So with that said, I'm gonna end it.